Tonight on Texas News Channel, President Finvez's University Address.
UTPD enforces a new scooter law.
And UT celebrates its 135th birthday.
You're watching Texas News Channel, your leader for live local UT coverage.
Good evening and welcome to the Texas Student Television Studio. For Monday, September 17th, I'm Benjamin Cohen.
And I'm Marco Armidas. Thank you for joining us tonight. If you're a new viewer, welcome back to our first show of the semester.
You might notice our usual KVR look is gone. We are proud to announce tonight is the premiere show of Texas News Channel. TNC is replacing KVR in an effort to bring better news to the UT student body. You may notice a few changes during the semester as we continue to improve and bring you the best news. So, Marco, what do you think of the new studio, the new design that we have?
I'm really excited for this new change. I've really been looking forward to it, and I'm really excited to make it a great semester.
I think it'll be really good. UT turned 135 on Saturday, and with a football win to celebrate. The university opened in 1883 with one building, one professor, and 221 students. Today, UT is home to 431 acres, over 3,000 professors, and 50,000 students. In the last 20 years, friendly faces around campus have become more diverse, with a 10% increase in Hispanic and Asian students, as well as a 2% increase in Black students. A new school year comes with a few changes around the 40 acres. President Gregory Finvez shared his goals for the following year. In his fourth State of the University address, UT President Gregory Finvez spoke to an auditorium packed full of students, faculty members, community members, and stakeholders. He outlined his plan and goals for UT while presenting his vision for a more vibrant Texas.
At the University of Texas, our goals should be ambitious. They should reflect the potential that lies within this state.
In addition to praising UT's success and accomplishments, including a 15% increase in UT's graduation rate, Finvez also spoke about topics that the university needs to focus on in the coming year.
We're going to continue to work on student success. We've got some very exciting research initiatives among our faculty.
Among those in attendance was Student Body President Colden Becker, who expressed his excitement for the plan that President Finvez laid out.
The one that stands out to me is the grant that we just got from the National Science Foundation.
This year's speech focused on three main points: a commitment to diversity and inclusion, making UT financially accessible for all students, and allowing all UT graduates to thrive and achieve the American dream. For UT freshman Sarah Cardenas, President Finvez's plan for upward mobility stood out the most.
The students working with the faculty is the only way that, and the administration is the only way that UT will be able to grow.
President Finvez concluded his speech by emphasizing that UT aims higher and is striving to be the best public university in the nation. Following his address, President Finvez met with TNC and gave students a message for the upcoming school year.
Everybody is going to have challenges in life, in school. That's part of learning to be successful, and just keep working on it. Focus on your goals. Don't let setbacks get you down, and just keep focusing on what you want to achieve and what you want to get out of your education and your experience here at the University of Texas.
Listen up, freshmen. Voting will begin tomorrow, September 18th, to decide who is the voice of the freshman class. 2 representatives are elected and will serve the class of 2022 and any transfer students. Voting will begin Tuesday morning. If you are a freshman or a transfer student interested in voting, go to utexasvote.org to cast your ballot. Some other changes around campus including the renaming of the College of Liberal Arts building, formerly known as CLA, is now being called Patton Hall. The change is in recognition of the $20 million gift made to the school in 2016 by Sherry and Bobby Patton Jr. This Wednesday, students are invited to meet with architects to on an update to the Moody College Plaza. The town hall style meeting is for students to share their thoughts on changes they'd like to see. You can voice your opinion from 9 to 10 a.m. at the Belo Media Center. An email survey will be sent out for students unable to attend. Carry on its popularity from last year, electric scooters are all over campus. Although these scooters seem like a safe and convenient way for UT students to get around, there are safety concerns prompting police to enforce new laws. The popular rental scooter companies Bird and Lime have taken UT and West Campus by storm. According to the Austin American-Statesman, Lime has 750 permits in the city of Austin. 250 of those are designated to the West Campus area. but they also come with their problems.
We received a large number of complaints involving people riding scooters maybe on sidewalks or riding them wherever there's a lot of people walking around. And we just want to remind people that UTPD is receiving these complaints, taking them seriously, and we will be addressing issues.
While many students find electric scooters like these as a convenient way to get around campus and around Austin, UT Police want students to use precaution when going for a ride.
So what we want to encourage people to do, number one, is recognize there's no law in the state of Texas right now that would prohibit somebody from riding on a sidewalk. There is a university rule for bicycles. We're applying that same rule to scooters.
Vikram Sundram, who uses the scooters every day, believes that students should be more careful when using them without intervention of UT Police.
I just think that ultimately the enforcement from authority needs to be exercised cautiously. I don't necessarily like UTPD is the best way to go about enforcing authority on those things.
UT Police also advise students to follow speed limits, use protective headgear, and be aware of pedestrians. And speaking of scooters, Lyft launched a scooter service of its own. The scooters offer an easier way for commuting for some people, but can be dangerous and inconvenient for pedestrians. We asked UT students what they think about the possibility of Lyft coming into Austin.
Scooters should be treated and used the same way as cars are, to stay in the same lanes and obey all the stop signs and the street lights and everything. I am a fan. I fell off of one today.
People do not yield to pedestrians or anything. They come up behind you on the sidewalk. They think they're entitled, and if you'd follow the directions of a motor vehicle, it'd be easier.
I think it would be nice if Lyft reinstated that with the scooters here in Austin. Just because I know how we have Sure Ride here, partner with Lyft, maybe they can do that with the scooters also.
Coming up on Texas News Channel.
Wendy's at Jester gets a new name.
And UT students give their thoughts on the new Woodward book.
We'll be right back with more news. Well, Marco, we here at TNC aren't the only ones on campus with a new name. The Wendy's in Jester is now being called Gindy's, adopting the nickname given to it by UT students. This change comes complete with a new sign and approval from the official Wendy's Twitter. This is the first and only Wendy's to officially change their name.
There are 50 days left before midterm elections begin. Republican incumbent Ted Cruz and El Paso Congressman Beto O'Rourke are set to battle it out in Texas for a seat in the U.S. Senate. O'Rourke has been a guest on popular talk shows like Ellen DeGeneres and Stephen Colbert's Late Show. Here at CNC, we are curious how students felt about politicians' talk show appearances.
I think one of the critiques that people have is that politicians aren't accessible, and I think what by them going on the Late Show and some other talk shows is doing is that really helps them reach a broader audience.
I feel like it can be almost detrimental to them because they are kind of taking, if they go on that talk show, they're kind of taking the platform of that talk show as well.
He can do it as well as anybody else could, and so if his opponent really wanted to go and improve his standing in the race by going on talk shows, then he certainly could.
Watergate reporter Bob Woodward released a new book on Tuesday called Fear: Trump in the White House. Woodward analyzes the Trump administration while drawing criticism, including from President Trump himself. TNC asked UT students how they feel on the controversial release.
It's probably a really good book because he's a really well-known writer, so I'm sure the way he wrote it must be really good too.
I think it's a good look on the inside of the White House, but I don't think it's going to change anything because people have been saying a lot of this stuff about Trump for nearly 2 years now.
I think that the book is a really cool thing that he's done, and it just shows kind of what the impact of investigative journalism can be.
3 people are injured after a party barge caught fire on Lake Travis. The area's fire and rescue officials say one victim has suffered from burns. The Travis County Fire Marshal's office is currently investigating the cause of the fire.
100 people are presumed dead and more than 3 million have evacuated as Typhoon Mangkhut hit southern China and the Philippines. It is causing record-breaking destruction in Hong Kong. Some of our own Longhorns are studying abroad at the Chinese University of Hong Kong. Their classes are canceled and students are being told to stay inside until further notice. Well, speaking of weather, it's been somewhat hot and rainy these last couple of days.
It sure has, and I'm wondering if we're going to see more rain soon, or maybe we'll get a break for it. For that, let's go to Mercedes over at the Weather Center. Mercedes?
With last week's rain behind us, we're finally seeing some sunny skies. Will this good weather continue through game day, or will storm clouds sully your Saturday? I'll let you know after the break. Again, with a high of 91 and low 74. On Thursday, we're seeing a 30% chance of rain with temperatures in the high 80s and low 70s. Chances of rain hike up to 40% on Friday with high 80s and mid 70s. Be sure to grab a burnt orange raincoat on your way to Saturday's game because there will be 50% chance of rain all day. Sunday also has the potential for some rain, so be prepared for some rain here and there. Live in the Weather Center, Mercedes Gonzalez.
Thanks, Mercedes, and we'll be right back with sports.
Welcome back to Texas News Channel. It was a big weekend for Longhorn football. Here to break it down for us is College Press Box's Madison Hager. So, Madison, tell us about all the great games that happened on Saturday.
Thanks, Ben. After a shaky start to the season, Texas welcomed their West Coast rivals, the USC Trojans, to DKR Saturday night, a game most around Austin were calling a must-win for Tom Herman and the Horns. Runs it in 23 yards for a touchdown, making the score 7-0 USC up. After that, Sam Ehlinger slings it to Lil Jordan Humphrey. It's 47 yards on the pass, and Lil Jordan Humphrey runs it in, defeating the defenders and making the score 14-10. Sam will then find the window, run it, make it a first down. He runs 11 yards on that play. Sam will then sling it to Colin Johnson with a crazy catch, 29 yards, and Colin Johnson has 79 total receiving yards. And after this, Anthony Wheeler will return a kick for 47 yards, runs the ball in with his buddies, making the score 30-14 Texas USC. Sam Ehlinger will then pass the ball to tight end Andrew Beck. Andrew Beck runs it for a sec and then somersaults it out to finish the play. Sam will then, to finish the game, run in a 4-yard touchdown, making the score 37-14 and celebrating it with his team after. Texas wins 37-14, bringing down number 22 USC, making it a great win for the Horns.
So, is it too soon for the Longhorns to get their hopes about Texas being a top college football program?
So right now, I think that this win was a great win for Texas. It was awesome. I think it's still too soon to say Texas is back, as the big question has been. Texas will really be needing to compete in these next 3 games with, first of all, TCU, and then Kansas State, and then OU. Texas plays with the same fire they did against USC. Should be wins for them as long as they can go out and play. Defense needs to step it up. Offense needs to step it up. And if they can do that, then I really think that Texas has a good chance to keep on winning and keep on playing hard. But it's really going to be the determining factor of these next 3 games if Texas is back or not. Right now, I would say no.
Sounds like it'll be a good year. Thanks, Madison. Now let's head over to Carly to see what's new in entertainment.
Thanks, Ben. Up next, we'll talk about Mason Ramsey and Macy Elliott's new sister. We'll be right back with your entertainment news. Well, a living meme, Mason Ramsey, also known as the Walmart Yodel Boy, made a special appearance at the Phi Kappa Psi fraternity tailgate. Some UT students pulled out their phones and started recording the young star. Ramsey performed some of his most popular songs, including Famous. Viral sensation Mary Halsey's dreams came true on the Ellen DeGeneres Show. Halsey, a Missy Elliott superfan, went viral after she posted a video of herself singing Elliott's song Work It on Facebook. She has proclaimed herself Elliott's funky white sister and got the surprise of her life when she was joined by her idol on stage. Take a look.
Is it worth it? Let me work it. I put one thing down, flip it and reverse it. It's your feminine fine, yeah. It's your feminine fine, yeah. If you got a big hey, let me search it to find out how hard I gotta work it. It's your feminine fine, yeah. It's your feminine fine. If you're a fly girl, get your nails done.
Well, here's another win for UT. 2 alumni were awarded an Emmy for their outstanding nonfiction series called Wild Wild Country. The miniseries follows Indian guru Bhuvanshri Rajneesh, his assistant Maanu Sheila, and the community of followers they led in Oregon. Well, that's it for me. Live from the Entertainment Center, I'm Carly Rappaport.
Thanks, Carly, and thank you for tuning in. If you have a news tip, make sure to email us at news@texasstudenttv.com.
And make sure to follow us for news updates throughout the week. You can follow us on Twitter at Texas News TSTV and like us on Facebook. I'm Marco Ramirez.
And I'm Benjamin Cohen. Have a great week.